Today, we're cracking open one of the world's most advanced immigration systems. We're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how Canada handpicks skilled workers from all around the world to come and help build its future.
I mean, it's a massive question, isn't it? This isn't just about opening the doors and seeing who shows up. It's a really calculated process to find the people who have the exact skills a country needs. And, well, Canada has turned this whole thing into a science. So, what are they actually looking for? Okay, first things first, let's be clear on the main goal for every single applicant. It's to become a permanent resident, or what everyone calls a PR. This gives you the right to live and work anywhere you want in Canada. And while it's not quite citizenship just yet, it is the absolute most critical step to getting there.
So, how does this global talent hunt actually play out? You have to understand, this isn't a passive system where they just wait for people to apply. No, Canada is actively and systematically scanning the entire globe for people who can help drive its economy forward. And we're not talking about stacks of paper applications getting lost in some dusty filing cabinet. This is a high-tech, totally digital operation. It's all managed through one central online system that's built to be efficient, organized, and most importantly, driven by data. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. This entire process is really powered by one central platform. It's called the Express Entry System, and it is the main engine Canada uses for this whole talent search. The best way to think of Express Entry is like a giant digital pool. Candidates don't just apply for a specific visa right away. Instead, they create an online profile that's basically their professional resume. It shows off their skills, their education, their experience. If they're eligible, they get placed into this pool and they wait to get picked. Now, Express Entry isn't just one single path. It's more like a big umbrella system that manages the applications for several different immigration streams. You've got programs for federal skilled workers, for skilled tradespeople, for those who already have Canadian work experience, and, as we're about to see, for people who are handpicked by the provinces themselves. So with thousands and thousands of people floating around in this digital pool, how on earth does Canada decide who to invite? Well, it's definitely not random. It all comes down to a super competitive ranking system. And this is where the Comprehensive Ranking System, or CRS, comes into play. Every single person in the Express Entry pool gets a score out of 1,200 points. It's pretty simple. The higher your score, the higher you rank. And the higher you rank, the better your shot at getting that invitation to apply for permanent residency. So how do you actually earn these points? Well, the system gives them out for things that are known to predict how well someone will do in Canada. So your age, your education, how well you speak English or French, your work experience, all super important. But notice that last one on the list, a provincial nomination. That one is an absolute game changer. And that brings us to this really powerful, almost like a side door into the system. If a candidate's score isn't quite high enough on its own, the provinces themselves can give them a massive leg up through something called the Provincial Nominee Program, or PNP. You see, each province and territory in Canada has its own specific economic needs, right? A tech hub like British Columbia might be desperate for software developers, while a province like Saskatchewan might really need skilled tradespeople. The PNP lets these provinces look through the Express Entry pool and nominate the candidates who have the exact skills they need to fill jobs locally. The process itself is pretty direct. A candidate finds a province that needs their skills, they apply right to that province for a nomination. And if the province likes what it sees, boom, they get a certificate. That nomination adds so many points to their CRS score that it virtually guarantees they'll get an invitation to apply for PR. Okay, so now that we've got a handle on the system and why points are so important, let's talk about a huge policy change from earlier this year that really flipped the script. The government made a major tweak to a key rule in the point system. Mark this date, March 25th, 2025. On this day, the government made a really pivotal change. They got rid of all the bonus points that were being awarded for having a Canadian job offer. It was a strategic move, really. The idea was to level the playing field and put more weight on a candidate's core human capital. You know, their education, their skills, instead of just their ability to get a job offer while they were still overseas. And the impact was immediate and, frankly, dramatic. Before this date, a job offer was like a golden ticket, worth up to 200 extra points. After March 25th, poof,
those points just vanished. This completely changed the competitive landscape for basically everyone in the pool.
So with all that context in mind, let's dive into the most recent real-world results. We're going to break down the first express entry draw of August 2025, which specifically targeted candidates who had that super powerful provincial nomination.
In this draw, on August 6th, the government sent out exactly 225 invitations to apply. And to get one of those coveted invitations, a candidate needed a minimum CRS score of 739. If you had 738, just 1 point less, you were out of luck for this round.
So here's the crucial part. Look at how this number compares to the last PNP draw. As we can see here, the cutoff score in the July 21st draw was way up at 788. The latest draw saw a huge drop of 49 points. This just shows you how dynamic the system is. The score needed can swing wildly with every single draw.
And just to give you a sense of how intense the competition is, the system even has a tiebreaker rule. If multiple candidates are tied at the cutoff score, in this case 739, the invitation goes to whoever submitted their profile into the system earlier. We're talking down to the exact date and time. Every second can literally make or break your chances.
All of this really brings us to a final, bigger question. As countries like Canada constantly evolve their rules, getting rid of points for job offers, prioritizing other factors, it makes you wonder, what does it truly mean to be a skilled candidate in the eyes of a nation? And how is that definition going to change tomorrow?